I'm not going to drink that.
I only play the things that we played, Gumbio. I don't like going away to explore places we haven't been to. I only explore places we've been to already. So, I learned how to do the fire section in the Underworld quickly-ish. I think now I've found everything in Stormville Castle. I think. I don't know, but I think. And what is there to be found is relevant to our interests. Is relevant to our interests.
I should hope Brawly thinks. Brawly's gonna discover something one way or another, alright?
It's not like I sat there. I smacked every wall in Stormville Castle 50 times in a row.
But he did.
Oh yeah, we also got that.
Yeah, one of the last things we did was try out our new lightning spear.
Which seems pretty good.
I mean, it's a lightning spear. It's always going to be pretty good.
Alright. So we got so the build at the moment is using this was the wing spear? Or the
yes.
wing or not spear, the winged scythe. We got ourselves a Godslayer seal, use a brass shield.
Whatever random gear we can fit with whatever arrangement of gear we had there.
To be medium load. And what we need is a Somber Stone 3, actually.
Yes, because we have like
I don't know where the fuck to get them because I was looking for them on my own characters. I have no idea where the fuck to get them.
I'm gonna assume that they'll be available in the next logical progress area.
Sure.
Nothing is more badass than treating a woman with respect!
Correct, Ship and Nichols. Correct. Thank you.
Oh, I did find... Oh, sorry. I've been using the PS5 controller, so it's a little...
Understandable.
So, something hilarious for chat. Let's go over here. Let's say you're taking a stroll over here, right?
Sure.
And... Kamtraya!
They are.
Kamtraya!
It's good.
So, say for chat, they probably knew what we missed, but I commented on the thing. So, coming over this direction, I noted there was a wolf howling. And it says, that's a funny wolf howl because it sounds like a dude doing it, not a dog or a wolf. Didn't with... There we go. Just gonna hang out here for a second.
You're waiting.
We're waiting.
You're waiting.
So I heard that. Normally, just the you hear noise of the animals, but that was like, it sounds like a dude making that noise. And I came by one time, and then honestly, I'm not. This is using spatial audio provided by Immerse. I'm like, where did that come from? It came from literally in here. I'm pretty sure it came from in here. Sorry. Well, obviously there. It came from up there. There's a dude up there. And I spent the next hour trying to get up there. I don't think you can, so I looked it up. So we're gonna go over here.
Oh my god! Brawly! Brawly, this was supposed to be a blind playthrough!
We would not have figured this out.
Brawly, this was supposed to be a blind playthrough!
I spent an hour trying to get up there. I don't think you can. So I looked it up.
Chat, the layers!
I looked it up. Talk to this guy.
Chat, the layers!
We might have never talked this guy ever again. We never would have seen this about the howling of Mistwood.
Yeah, Brawly cheated us out of the hour of trying to get up there.
That would have been awful.
The howl of a wolf in the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know.
To be fair, I think this guy might have also mentioned someone in the Mistwood previously, but I don't remember conversation.
Signal right under the source.
I spent an hour trying to get there, okay?
There's nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
Now I'm pretty sure it's just this guy gives you that.
No, we can't time Brawly out for backseating. Nope. Nope.
Oh god. So on the PS5 controller, I can press the big middle button to for map. I'm pressing this Xbox controller. It's not doing anything. So I don't know anything beyond this though. Beyond that, I don't know what's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna jump down and kick her ass. I have no idea. All right.
I would have given up after like 10 minutes, Saltius. Don't worry. I have self-respect. Also, congratulations, Oglar. I hope you brought your daughter along with you instead of just visiting colleges for her and being like, yeah, that place is awesome.
You'll be going here.
As any self-respecting parent does.
So I am like enjoying my stabby bleed build, but it's nice to be able to just one tap things. Well,
As opposed to like 30 tap things.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Wait, is your daughter not trying to literally get as far away from you as possible, Oglar, traveling across country?
I didn't even think of that Ace of Spades.
It's not an insensible idea.
But yeah, like I better run this place. I'm like, man, that's such a weird audio for a for a wolf. Like so bad. It sounds like a dude doing it. I never really thought about it though. But yeah, then obviously there's people saying, try out. Anyway, like I said, I don't know what happens beyond here though. So. So start. Oh, not that gesture.
Pointing.
I think we did Snap Finger, not Rallying Cry. Oh, test it.
Pointing. Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, it's that guy from the cutscenes. Or from the loading screens.
Who goes there?
He's big.
Harley sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody.
Yeah.
He's big.
Maybe
Well,
you
you're
can
at the
get
perfect
some
height.
straight. The name's Blythe.
Blythe.
I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do.
So,
I can
that's
offer
not a
you
mask.
handsome reward.
No?
That's just a wolf dude.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
So he is literally a wolf boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I thought from the loading screen that was like a mask. Or like,
Well, looky here, Brawly saying, that's just a dude making a wolf noise. No, it's a wolf who's a dude making a wolf noise despite the fact that he's a wolf. Okay? So you just live with it.
where's he a bear?
I don't think that's a bear. I hope that's not a bear. If that's a bear,
Like a beast. Also, he said his name is spelled B-L-A-I-D-D. He said Blythe.
you just accept that.
I guess that's like, you know. It's a
This is the man bat.
Celtic thing.
It's a wolf dude making dude wolf noises.
Oh,
Fair.
also, there was an update to the game. I didn't make the update!
What did you do this time, Brawly?
I didn't
What
make
do I have to flagellate you for after stream?
I didn't make the update.
What do I have to apply the beatings for?
I didn't make the... It's Welsh, that's what I thought. So, there's an update, and people you found on the map actually appear at places now.
Okay, I don't have to be mad at you for that one then.
There. So, if we happen to,
We need to remember where somebody is.
yeah. Well, don't have to mark it every time.
I mean, it's still useful to know which one to scroll over.
Yeah.
Gumbio, we will not time out Brawly, but when he comes back to the stream with 3 fingers remaining, that's how you'll be able to count the number of infractions that he has committed.
No, I'll be one finger closer to the 2 fingers. Try butthole. Also, This is just me realizing haven't been to Patches in a while, so I'm going to go talk to Patches.
Okay.
I didn't go. I just realized we haven't actually been there back to him.
Well, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh. Fellas. There seems to be more peeps here. There's way more people this time around.
No, there weren't this many last time. You were almost overwhelmed in here last time you came in this cave. Kind of took you off guard. What's in the cans? Salty or Hesty? Brawley brought alcohol for himself. He's in a peanut butter mood.
No, this is Zag's alcohol. We have a friend who said, "Hey, I'm bringing alcohol." What is that noise?
It's the bells.
A fucking what?
It's the bells.
That doesn't. I understand it's bells. What the hell is it coming from?
Brawley, it's the bells. Every time you hear the bells...
This is more. There have been bells in the different. All right, whatever.
Yeah, what Saltiest is saying is probably true. There are probably bells on string across the ground in this thief layer, because in case you were sneaking in.
Oh yeah, didn't we try and steal from Patches and that pissed him off?
You did.
Oh yeah. Okay. Then he's not here anymore. That's right, we did, well, we haven't been back here since we pissed Patches off.
Mm-hmm. She arises. Sadly, Brawley remains obstinate on the issue.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's little stakes in the ground. Little bells across them. They're the bells.
Cute.
Cute.
Alright, map. Hell map, that map. Like I said, in terms of things I did offline, literally that dude, and I found another thing in Sorgel Castle. That's it. Everything else I did exactly what we did. I did exactly what we did. In fact, even less, because I didn't do any of this, anything Kayla. Okay, other than getting the whatever the place you found. There was that one prison you found.
Yeah. So I'll mention it, even though you don't have to do it. If you go left and stop right there, we haven't been up on that level of this plateau.
Okay.
I think there's runes up there and a few drop downs. Not that you have to go there, just like letting you know we haven't been here.
I think this is where I fought the boatman. I'm pretty sure.
No, that was in the other continent.
Was it?
That was all the way up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe there's two boatmen. Because I definitely fought a boatman over there.
Brawley!
I was going over here to this church we were at, so there's another boatman then, apparently. Well, let me do that then. I fought the same boss I fought before, it's just somewhere else.
4 fingers. We're up to 4 fingers. Brawley and Dagwood's Discount Prosthetics is about to find a new patient.
Look, I want to play the game, but I can't obviously go ahead, so I can only more or less extrapolate where we are with other characters. Both of them. I got a Oonga Boonga and a Stabby Stab.
You just have to remember what we did and do exactly that and nothing more, Brawley.
Oh, and after much trial and tribulation, I managed to make a good-looking face for a character. I did it. I made a good-looking face. It was hard, but I did it.
Ace of Spades, I'm preparing myself for more Monster Hunter.
Feller. Ow.
I did damage. That didn't do much damage to you, actually.
Sorry, I have stranger buttons in my brain right now because the dodge button is the jump button.
That's fair.
It hurts.
Yeah, that's why I need to graft extra fingers onto myself so I can actually play the game mashed. That's where Brawly's fingers are going when he's no longer going to be using them anymore. Don't even suggest it casually.
Are you here as a customer?
While cookbook, of course. Oh. Notes, flame chariots. Nothing really able to. Sells smithing stones.
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And a pot.
And crack pot. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the stones and the note are fine.
Short sword. Yeah, it's all good.
I must apologize.
I must apologize. Okay. I guess I'm done.
And he's there.
Josh, that feels oddly degrading.
Oh yeah, and the latest patch also, there are some things, they fix arcane scaling and a bunch of items that were kind of bugged, and it's much easier to get those basic smithing stones now as well.
Alright.
And I think there was I think I read that there was a major boss in the game that was nerfed. So when we do it, people can be like, "Ah, I beat him when he was hard." So just preparing for that.
I will.
I have no idea what the boss was, but.
Alright.
Oh, no. Fellas.
Harsh. Yeah, I think you have to wait until they fall to actually get the hit in there. Well, that's fixed now, Frostbird, so we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fair, Josh, to dislike them. Many games refuse to rebalance things. I'm talking to you, Epic 7. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that is entirely unhealthy for your game state.
So that's for PvP, so definitely they should be. Absolutely. Single player, it's, you know.
But this game does have a PvP aspect to it, so.
That's true. That is true. I mean, there also could be things where, despite all the testing, despite everything they did, you just miss shit. And then when you have like millions of people play your game, and then all of a sudden the most egregious shit rises to the top immediately because, you know, again, people will, you know, min-max the fun of the game and go, oh, okay, let's just remove that. Oh, okay, so that's what happened. I fought this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was the one that I fought previously.
No, that was in a different area. Welp!
It's your boy Oleg.
Sorry, Oleg.
I guess I'll resheath. I guess I'll unsheath.
He thought he was out of combat. He didn't know better.
Where you at?
Well, those aren't the boss. So unfortunately, Brawly seems to have lost the boss entirely.
Don't worry, me and Oleg got this. There
At
it
least
is.
Oleg will fight the ones on the ground.
Yeah. Oops, wrong one. Wrong button.
He was never that bad, Ace of Spades. I mean, I would live during the middle of a boss fight.
If it's there to get, it's there to be got.
Cake, you try finger butthole for 68 months.
Unwise decision reward. Alright. Where the fuck is this guy? There he is.
It'll catch up one day, Cake. Don't you worry.
Sometimes going over.
Ow.
Alright, alright, alright.
Try finger, but hole. Why is it always don't have the right? Try jump. Liar ahead. Hidden path ahead. Fortnite. Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring.
Oh, wrong one. God damn it. Red one.
Bro, he's just chugging this shit. One of every bottle here. Also, DJ, I maintain that combat carving is acceptable in Monster Hunter games because trying to remember which area of the map you lost a piece of loot at or broke off a monster part or dropped a random chunk of flesh in can be the worst. You're an icon, DJ. Plus, you only have like 60 seconds at the end of battle.
Bro, fucking stop it, asshole! Jesus.
Ralia needs to kill a Tibia Mariner.
And we got Death Root for that. And do something. Which are pretty cool.
And there might be a down area in one of these buildings in the ruins.
So that summon is cool, because it's 2 skeleton militia guys.
You already tried it
no,
out?
Well, no, because I thought we already had. We just didn't do it before.
It's fine. It's fine.
So that... What's cool about that one is that they're skeletons. So what do you have about skeletons in this game?
They die and they come back.
Yeah, they come back.
There
Well,
goes.
no, I thought that was the same guy we killed. So I'm like, oh, let me try that out because I thought we didn't try it out before.
Alas. Yeah. Don't worry, we know that. Some do Tempest. For Brawly, more so, the problem is sometimes he's on the blue flask and just assumes it's the red flask. Because like, when you're in the middle of combat, it's hard to remember to like glance down and check.
All beans. You can only summon them at certain places, Josh. So basically, most boss fights, or like hard areas. Usually, whenever little grave icon appears on the left side of the screen, and you can only do it once per life, essentially, per area. That's what it seems like, anyway.
Hey, Majin Buu. Mashed, I don't think I have ever seen a situation where somebody carted or caused someone else to cart by combat carving. I agree, it probably happens on some higher-end hunts with people who are particularly incautious. But usually it's not a problem. I think it's safe. Yeah, you spend your time in endgame hunts. Brawly and I, only anytime we play Monster Hunter games, is we get to the beginning of high rank, or maybe spend 20 hours in high rank, and then we move on.
Then I'm good. I get base tier, a armor set that I like, and cool, I got it. All right, moving on.
So this one is only taking 1.
I don't know what's in here. I don't know if I got this or not. Unless this has the turtles in it. Oh yeah, it's one of the turtles. I thought we were already here!
But it's fine! It's fine! It's fine! Brawly still has 4 fingers. You can play a video game with 4 fingers. I think Brawly's gonna need to have 4, yeah, you can probably manage that with thumb and pointer or thumb and middle.
Stamina recovery speed.
Nice.
Doesn't seem as important in this game considering you can get your bars fucking massive.
Do you have any tips for the final boss?
Don't get hit! Hit them!
3 fingers. 3 fingers left! I've already pointed out, Saltiest, I am going to graft the fingers onto me so I can play Monster Hunter. I'll be honest though, I don't really see me needing more than, like, 5 fingers, so...
Dagwood the Grafted.
Agreed. Usually, the thing about Souls game stamina for me is I rarely ever needed more than the starting, but there were a bunch of there's a bunch of times where I'm like, I really wish I had just like 2 extra swings worth. Literally, usually when I'm playing a Souls game, my stamina bar goes up to the level where my weapon that I want to use feels I've swung it a comfortable number of times, and I get that extra point for like that 1 extra swing, and then I'm done. Yeah. Now that stamina is equip load, Majin Buu, here's the thing about that.
Dag's going naked anyway. I will say, yeah, equip load is nice. But part of it is for me is also it's mostly fashion because I want to at least be medium roll with some choices of gear.
Well, how many points do you put into stamina?
A couple actually already so far.
Wow, Brawly,
Some
wasting all of our points on stamina. They call him Thundercock. Why? Because I threw lightning and thunder into his cock. Yep, and those 2 points, Saltiest points out correctly. Could have been in vigor.
You were... That's something else. Okay. So we got another death route, so I could go back to the Beast Peeps and drop that off.
Taco Bell makes me happy you're a fat roller. Nothing wrong with rolling fat.
Fat roll is just... I just don't roll at that point.
Correct!
I just don't roll.
That's how you fat roll.
Unless, like, alright, there's a roll I absolutely must, or attack I must avoid, so I'll attempt to fat roll it, otherwise I'm not.
No, so here's the problem with those attacks. You're going to mistime the fat roll, and as a result, it's not going to have been worth it. You should have just not done anything.
That is, honestly, Ring Song, that's very doable. This isn't Dark Souls 3. Hell, my Unga Bunga character is medium with a 100% shield. That is very viable. In fact, I would say it's almost it makes Margit pretty lethally easy. That Lenin guy easy. The guys just have almost just basic attacks, almost really easy because you can just block it. That's why I'll say I think this game has. Oh, it's enemy. I think this game is both paradoxically the easiest and hardest of all these games. So I think if you plan to try and play it like, you know, like just a dude with a sword, which is perfectly viable, it's going to be harder because the game assumes you're going to be using the new tools it's offering.
Wait, the game is assuming you're going to play the game the way the game is?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're just walling off the road, you know? Telling you not to go this way.
But if you like go whole ham on with a lot of mechanics, you oftentimes I think will trivialize a lot of things. But that's fine though. That's the game.
No, I refuse to play another way than the way I played. But Frostbird, what if you play Dark Souls 1 by using the many tools available to you in Dark Souls 1? What if instead of just hitting things with a sword, you use the plethora of items and abilities available to you?
That's a crappy item, I think.
Should be.
It's rotting. Everything rotting. Scarlet, the very earth that Caleb press upon. In Cilia, town of sorcery. The end is us.
The only tools they recognize are the ones you always use? Wow, Jimmy. Wow. It's acceptable. You can recognize them. Those birds are friends. So far, those birds really only have given me copious numbers of souls. Look at Brawly going into the toxic village.
Turn the game up just a little bit.
I could.
Fell. Come on.
Yeah, no, Blas is pretty much correct. I'm pretty sure that George R. R. Martin's actual involvement with the game was essentially doing the backstory and world building outline for the game. Mm-hmm. And then everything else after that is just Miyazaki and team saying, all right, how do we twist this?
How do we Dark Souls this up?
Yeah.
Do you want to check out that little path up there? But there's obviously big burbs. My only experience with big burbs has been running away from big burbs.
Top 10 things to do in Caelid. Leave. How do we put a poison swamp in this? Alright, Martin got this cool idea for a character. He was a prince who once did some nice things. How do we make it so that we justify him being a 30-limbed monstrosity?
Yeah.
Sarkfa, thank you very much for 97 months of unwise decisions.
Go aboard. Fucking hurt.
Yeah, like, I could imagine that brainbuster. He's probably responsible for the main family and some of the backstory stuff there, but then that's about it.
Mr. White.
How'd I do it?
That's a lot of water. Hey, Sarkfa.
And as we see, a mistimed roll hits harder than just taking the hit. Well, we're still at that magical spot where our heals are as large as our health bar.
Shit. Damn. Oh my god. Just die. They have so much health. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to be here yet. Like, the damage is just not there.
Excuse me, I've spent a copious amount of time exploring this area. I've done bosses, I've killed giant lion monsters, I've worked my way through keeps. I don't understand what you're going on about here,
There's a lot of context there that's being left out.
Like what?
Most of the time spent was just running away.
Yeah, because that's a valid strategy.
Oh, after 2. Let's not fight 2.
Yeah, not every enemy must be fought. I killed the boss, I worked my way through a keep. I did a good job. And I killed many of these bird things.
By killed you mean that you let them fall to their deaths.
One of them
Oh, that is
repeatedly, yes.
horseshit.
I killed at least 2 legitimately. Those are the only 2.
Did you?
Yeah. I fought a couple legit. But mostly it was like on horseback and staying behind them. I didn't do this shit.
Fight a man. Oh!
Well, yeah, because I like living.
That was a, oh, I need mana bar. Oh, I got hit. If I take 2 hits, I'll die. Let me go to health bar. Oh, I have to hold it down, and then I got distracted. So,
Can you mention that the bird's legs are too small for its body size? Yes. Yes, you may. My God, it has teeth in that beak.
Mm-hmm.
And everything about these birds are wrong. Do not worry.
I mean, that's the wrongness is why they're worrying.
Yeah. Could I have that play-by-play in song? I could do that. Lol, you died. Lol, lol, you died. Could always sneak to your goal, too.
I'm gonna see how much souls they give. Or runes.
I want to say it's 1,000 or 2,000 runes. Also, you might get a little more mileage out of blocking than trying to roll through some of their stuff.
Why so fast? There you go.
1,700. And 80.
Not worth it.
Wait, that guy isn't that
You
bad.
can literally kill those giants who just stand there and just wait to die for 1,000 a pop. And there's a whole field of them,
Just be better.
and they're quicker. Oh, you're already here. Oh,
Maybe
you're
I
already here.
was. Josh, we specifically mentioned this. We would probably try playing it co-op if we had a second copy of the game. But we also are not buying a second copy of the game.
That was fully not a request of the chat, but like a full on like yeah.
It's not happening in any other circumstance. If somebody really wanted it to, we might mess around with it at some point. But, yeah. Michelangelo, I'm not a huge fan of cheesing video games, and making Kylie play with us would absolutely be cheesing, so... Yeah,
So
got it.
you're already here. Oh my god.
I assume that you were playing Strangers again?
No, I'm trying to leave, but I'm in combat.
Ah. I beat the game, everybody, and I only got hit 5 times in the final boss fight. I can't believe I'm so bad at this.
Bullshit.
Their faces are beautiful. Easy fight.
Yeah.
Easy fight.
Alright, so let me look around here real quick. So that would involve, I guess I can go here.
Josh, I have never said that Kylie's not allowed to be uncomfortable with playing Souls games. I'm simply noting she's actually good at it. And she has to acknowledge that she's good at it.
What was the phrase? I have to think about every move. Yeah, I mean that's. Do you not walk?
Yep.
I just methodically T-pose in front of all of us.
I never want to force someone too far out of their comfort zone. I just need them to acknowledge their ability. Brawly cheesing this boss down.
I just literally walk up to him and I'm attacking him.
Wow, Brawly, I can't believe that you would do this to a poor, beautiful troll boy.
It's a 3,000 XP.
Brawly's coming over here to show that he can kill big enemies.
So we can check around this area, I suppose.
Bro thought his leg was itchy before realizing he was being attacked. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
All right, I'm pretty sure Brawley hasn't been to this one before, chat.
It felt like there's a big enough area here. There should be something.
Yeah. Tunnels are always useful. So I'm gonna guess that the first tunnel we find in the area north of this will probably have a smithing stone level 3. Because we got most of our 4s and 5s from tunnels in the higher level area that you're in.
I hadn't expected to see your face again. Are you heading to the Festival of Combat too? No need to be coy with me. Judging by the fine wallop you gave the old backside earlier, I would venture you're something of a warrior yourself.
And a scientist.
The mere thought of such a festival gets the blood pumping.
You don't have blood!
According to my calculations,
When you kill those things, they kind of like explode into blood.
should lead us to the Kaled Wilds. But, however you slice it, it seems we've reached a dead end. I'm sorry
How'd he get
to
in
have
here?
raised your hopes. It seems my calculations must have been off.
Look around, maybe there's a way.
I was created to be a warrior vessel. Many great warriors reside within me, ever dreaming of becoming a great champion. It's my destiny, and the reason for which I quest. It is my ordeal, you could say. To test myself, to better myself, to fell ever greater foes. And then, one day, we'll be a single great...
So does he just, like, put all the bodies inside of it?
What do you think, eh? How do you rate my chances?
Now I was gonna say, like, when you kill them, they essentially explode into blood.
Oh, that's a smithing stone 4.
I was many. It's my...
From this side. Why is there so many dead people here?
I'm guessing that they fought a pot.
Was many. It's mine. It is mine. And then, what do you think?
I guess from when they opened the door. Probably just wants to watch death.
Okay. Alexander, warrior jar.
Genuinely, a lot of people forget about Alexander or think he's an enemy. That makes sense.
Well, we can't do this. Or we just open it from the other angle.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing you open it from another direction.
And Beast Boy told us about a guy named Darwill or something like that. What did he say? Where did he say that Darwill guy was?
I don't know if he said. He said I'm here to kill him. So, but I don't think he may have mentioned it, but I don't know if he specifically said he's here.
We have met Darwill. Oh shit.
Was he the guy at the Seaside Ruins?
Which of the seaside ruins?
The one up and left. You were it's up right here. He's the. I was wondering if it's the guy with the dragon. When we fought the dragon, there was the one guy who was like, "You might only go fight a dragon. That's a bad idea."
That's Yura.
That's Yura. Got it.
Church of Ella, eh. Oh yeah, Also.
Good evening, foxes.
Boop, gold seed.
Yes, Planeswalker Beef, we can reap wheat-based weapons. Also, Beef, I just want to point out that isn't it great in D&D when somebody saves you with silvery barbs? Isn't it just great when someone saves your life in situations that you got in over your head with a well-cast silvery barb that would have caused a crit on you otherwise?
Saved your life.
Yeah.
Saved your life. So I'm not doing the thing that I mentioned to you we can do.
Sure.
I'm doing something else, though.
Okay. Go for it. I usually don't watch on Fire TV, sadly, Foxes, so I have no idea about whether or not the update was specifically bad.
How do I get back down to the, oh, probably here. Probably a little bit of the thing I just pulled.
This is new, Ringsong. The Tabletop channel was the game I would play in as a player. Beef... I'm not saying that Beef was going to get critted for more than his health pool earlier today in the game I run, and he was saved by a teammate who altruistically got him out of trouble that he got too far into himself, because that would be a lie. But it's close enough to the truth.
But also, when speaking Primordial with an Elemental, he told the Elemental to kill him first.
Attack him first.
It was a tactical choice because, you know, that person, Beef, had the most health in the party, and the thing hit me, it probably killed my character instantaneously as well because of such low health. But to be fair, when he told him to kill him, he did kind of, you know...
Attack him immediately.
Attack immediately with a crit. Well, attacked him and then attacked me with a crit.
Yeah.
So how do I get down? I'm trying to remember how to get down to the area where the spider is. Is it down here? No, that's where I came from. Oh, this is it right here. And room with the dogs.
Room with the dogs. Well, that's new.
So, this is where all her friends are. The spirit tuner. Basically, she was like saying all of her friends were brought here. Their bodies all fucked up and all that. So now... we were supposed to give that little that one cloth thing we got to her. I guess the game's nice and it says that you can still get all these things despite not giving it to her, which is we're supposed to give, I think, this to her.
Got it.
And now we can look pretty. He also gives us one. Gives us one vigor.
I mean, I like it. I like wearing a cloak with my cloak.
Yeah. And also there was a golden seed where she was, so. Dope. Like I said, there is something else here to do, but I'll leave that to you, and it's relevant to our interests.
Brawley's left hand is glowing because he is holding a holy catalyst in it.
Yeah.
Foxes.
Turns like cloaks. Okay. Like I said, we could. So we did that. I can't imagine. I mean, I say I can't imagine, but there was that area there.
Haven't gotten into those rooms.
Haven't I? Oh yeah.
They're probably not interesting. They're probably just like the broken structures that litter the map that have rune rocks on them, but...
Yeah.
So, iDragon is fighting us in the Cavern of Infinite Mind Flesh, Ringsong, is a reference to the game I'm playing in, instead of the game I'm running. And we had an 11-round fight with the dragon. It definitely had nothing to do with the fact that the dragon had lots of HP and regenerating HP, and two of our party members were melee and did not spend much time actually hitting the boss. They may have managed like 3 attacks between them the entire fight.
We haven't done this one. I did this one on my own. the Crucible Knight. Fighting him might be relevant to our interests too.
Go for it.
I don't want to.
Go for it.
I don't want to fight another.
I've cleared like 2 or 3 of them in this playthrough.
Crucible Knights?
No.
No, we have not killed any Crucible Knights this playthrough.
I've killed several Evergale people, so why don't you beat one for one?
Those aren't Fine, I'll fucking fight a Crucible Knight. Jesus, I fucking hate these fuckers.
I also fought this guy several times, remember? I got him down into the 2nd phase.
And then he never came back.
That's right. I bravely left. Oh. The short answer, Ring Song, is we're in a place that dragons seem to come out of, and they tend to be bad dragons as opposed to good dragons, alright? And we went deeper into it because we're investigating and trying to find our one friend, and the entire thing is like covered with psychic flesh. We're pretty sure it's Mind Flayer related, okay? And sometimes we make the psychic flesh angry. That's a thing. And we made the psychic flesh angry, and a dragon bubbled out of it, and we fought the dragon. And it was perfectly reasonable, totally legitimate, 11-turn battle, which is a lot of turns. That's enough turns that most of your buffs will run out.
Mm-hmm. Shit. Didn't do that.
It's fine.
15.8.
It's fine. Yep, flying creatures and melee. A more classic combination has never been found in RPGs. Legitimately, our monk got like 3 attacks in that fight, but spent most of her time trying to climb onto the dragon. The dragon had a gibbering confusion aura to it, and most times when the monk ended up on the dragon, she ended up falling off immediately afterwards because of that, or trying to hold on. The paladin hit the boss once, but then we realized no, he didn't actually hit it. So he did no damage to the boss that fight, and the rest of us just did our best. Was there an extended period of time where 2 members of the party got downed every single round and then brought back with like 5 HP? Yes. Did those 2 characters, every time they were conscious again, stand right next to each other so they were always in whatever I-beam line the dragon was doing with the other people in the party? They absolutely did until they were reminded to stop that shit. If only Brawley had the tiniest bit extra mind. Hi, Goats.
Alright.
Nice, Ozai.
Okay. Now I have the power to choose the level. I have the power.
You have the power?
Oh, good. 27 faith. We'll need that. Pick.
Or you could put a point in mind.
No! We have plenty at the moment.
No, we don't. You literally were 1 short of the appropriate number of
Oh,
tests.
no! I was in danger of not having to be able to do the thing!
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah, if you had 1 more point, you would have been better off.
Alright. Oh, God, that screen tear. Jesus.
What is happening, Elden Ring? It's the weather.
Yeah. Well, it was the map, though, but I guess maybe it's still being the weather. The map's still fucked up anyway.
Yeah. If only, Frostbird. If only.
Alright. Alright, you want to see the next fucking 5 hours of stream?
I mean...
No, I feel like I have fought multiple Crucible Knights at this point. They are not easy, but I feel like of the 2 of us, I'm the one equipped to do it.
Look at Brawley showing off his prowess killing this boss for the first time.
Did it off stream?
That doesn't make it better. The map just tears on occasion. Happens. Yeah. Elden Ring. Remember that you can do things after you go enter the Evergale, too. As long as you don't move towards the edge, I think you have time.
I might need to go light for this. Actually, this is fine. This is not fine. Oh, I looked up there. Holy shit. Alright, this is fine. Holy shit.
Oh, it's so hard!
It is!
Oh, such a tough boss fight!
You fight these fuckers.
Chunk! Chunk! Chunk!
You fucking fight these fuckers like quote unquote normally? It's so bad.
Wait, so did you just say that this boss fight is hard if you don't use any of the tools available to you to make the boss fight easier? Yeah, I agree with you.
If you choose to fight it mano a mano, there is a cadence, a dance to it.
I agree with you. If I choose to have a gun duel with somebody and say, you get first shot, it does make the game harder. I understand that. Even these block hits still chunking hard.
Ow.
He did get hit Ace of Spades now.
Wank it away.
Yeah, chunking even through shields, Sarfa.
Ow.
You're right. I'll admit, I don't have the skills to pull off what you just pulled off there. I get you. I understand.
Go fight the other one then. In Stormville Castle.
No.
Go
No,
fight the other one
it's
then.
your game right now.
Go fight that one in Stormville Castle.
Fight that one in Stormville Castle, he says. Amazing first try. Quick 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if I had been fighting it with blocking, dodging, and possibly parrying a bit harder.
I don't know, you dodged.
What are you doing?
She goes, a lot of the meta spells are pretty cool. I'm not going to say that having 27 points of faith was a good thing, but I'm just going to put out that we had 27 points of faith and hit really hard.
So we gained... I've not used that yet. We weren't really a fan of Bestial Sling, right?
No, I have no interest in ever using it.
Yeah, but we gained this, though.
Exactly, Sarkfa. Exactly. That's silly.
So, if you just tap it once, you get, but if you do the hold,
The charge is this double.
the double swoosh, that's probably really good. It's probably really good.
Now you are Bowsette.
Because that requires 27 faith in order to do that spell.
So, Brawley, I don't need to bring it up we can just move on if you want, but did you want to talk about Pathfinder?
What?
Did you want to talk about Pathfinder?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it then.
Let's see.
You didn't find Lightning Bolt until... Oh...
Ow.
You're welcome, Frostbird!
It's a pretty good spell.
It's not bad.
I mean, honestly, the fact that like this is the full like sweep of an area is amazing.
It leaves you very vulnerable, so yeah.
I mean, the range is good.
Michelangelo, we haven't even seen a second dragon.
I have.
To be fair, though, I'm not surprised you didn't.
3 fingers!
I'm actually surprised.
3 fingers is all Brawley has left after the
Honestly,
stream.
I am honestly surprised that you didn't, considering where you were. I am surprised you didn't, considering where you were in the game.
You didn't see it either. You were there with me.
I know.
I haven't gone anywhere we haven't gone on stream, off stream.
I went where we were off stream. Sorry, I did it on stream. Going to where we went, and there it was. I won't tell you where it, unless you want to know where it is. I wouldn't want to fight it though.
I might want to know. Shiggles, I could see not loving the Dragonfire spell.
I think it's there. I think.
But I will point out that if you set up correctly for the Dragonfire spell, it can just melt things.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, it is very weak if you think you can cast it all the time. But if you're either fighting a huge horde of things or one boss and you just want to go at it,
Might be there, I think.
okay. All right.
Okay. So I did that guy. We got a new spell, which is cool. Obviously, there's the one jail that we did not unlock yet because we didn't have the keys for it. Was that that one?
That is the Weeping Evergale.
Okay. All right. Something else too. Something we didn't see in game yet, which might be important.
Okay.
I'll go. Something we multiple times. I'm just gonna go just view it.
I remember which one it is, Frostbird. Ace of Spades, we have to leave Brawley with some fingers. Otherwise, it's going to be Dagwood and the Nub.
The nub.
The Nub.
So there's that fight right there. I have not done that one at all, so I have no idea. Oh fuck.
You're fine.
What? That should have killed me.
Well, I think you landed on the first ledge, technically.
That doesn't. The game doesn't count that into shit. What?
Actually, that is what it is, Ace of Spades. Dagwood and the Nub is legitimately the appropriate way to say that, so...
Dagwood, the nub. Oh, hi, Poppy.
Nub.
Nub. In the morning.
Can we talk about early morning radio and ask why the fuck it exists like that?
Are they open? Why are you guys up this early?
They have way too much energy for being that awake. Or, like, that early.
Yes, fuck you. Hey, stop that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, it's one of these guys this early.
Yeah.
So, what's that probably behind you?
Dyson's Fiona. So it was called the Witchbane Ruins.
Hello.
It will do no good, I swear.
Is she wearing the same hat as the other lady?
Yes.
And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
So I have no idea what. I do know that we talked that one shitty mage up north. He was talking about the one sorcerer that we are apprenticed with. That she was kicked out for doing something bad to someone else. But I'm pretty sure this person is being held by like those constructs are from the mage college, I think. So I have no idea. Also thing. Magic spell. She might have a name now actually. That's the patch.
Selling.
Oh.
Is it the same one as before?
Because her name is Selen too, I think. Where's that? She was over here.
Selen, we also found you here. What happens if we go visit Selen after Selen?
Actually, I'll do that.
So, what did you do here, Colin? Can you explain what this is?
Your mother?
Your mother?
Not that amazing. Bruh.
Huh. I love these mini-armed archers.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure these guys are from the Mage College, or like constructs from there.
I mean, they're constructs from somewhere, but we don't know where they're constructs from.
Well, I think if you look at their armor, you just fall down. Look at their armor. It says they're from the Mage College, and plus, remember we saw little parachutes drop, or like paratroopers drop them off near the college too.
I guess so. That could have been. Well, that wasn't near the college that we saw them dropping them off, was it? It was elsewhere, I thought.
No, it was the like the water area outside of it. Because like outside of the college was that well, I say count the economy or whatever. There was that
You have a lot of arrows in your chest.
that water area that was like all like flooded and shit. I don't know if there's anything else here or not. I'll look around.
Windmill sword arms. If you get hit, it's your fault. Oh, God.
Oh.
Well, you put him out of his misery. We have not been in the college, Shiggles, so you probably should not talk about what's in the college itself. Just.
Well, yeah, that's going to be one of our main areas to go at some point to get a soul.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
That's where Ranny is from, the four-armed lady. She's the one who gave us the bell for summoning. I think she's the daughter of whoever is the head of the college. I don't think there's anything over here. So let's go back to her then. That's Merchant Kale. Whoops.
No, Brawley said near it. He didn't say anything else. You're all good. It's not a problem.
She was there. I don't know if like maybe she might only talk to us more if we like buy more shit from her. I'm unsure.
So, Selen, you're being tortured.
Young apprentice. First things first. You are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
Yeah, no.
Can't talk to her about, that
What
whole
you
thing.
saw.
What? Yeah, what we saw. Maybe we buy something. I doubt it.
You wish to continue
Yes,
the lesson very
Saltius.
well.
Brawley had a grueling 5-hour-long fight against the Crucible Knight, or whatever it is.
Look, if
he
you fight them...
struggled and thrashed and fought with all his might. He gave his heart to the fight, and the fight tried to crush it within its iron grip. Its moves undodgeable, its tenacity unending. Yet Brawley stood firm, a titan on the battlefield. Death after death, he fought and struggled and died, learning one move after another, until the accumulated knowledge was too much. He had everything within him, and only then, after a perfect moment, when he had all of his skill and ability, all of his will at his muster, at that moment, Brawley fought through, he pushed hard, he broke through his limits, and he crushed the Crucible Knight.
I fought one with just naked on stream with like a shitty weapon as well. So yes, everything you said was actually very true for that fight. Not the fight I just did. That other fight I just did, the fight I just did now was a stomp. But the previous fight I did with a shitty spec, no armor whatsoever. Because I needed the rolling power. I did it at a worse place. So if you want to fight the one in the Stormville Castle, you can do that. it's possible that even having magic in that fight might still be hard considering the locale. I leave it to you. I leave it to you. I leave it to you. Oh, there's also this jail. Do we do this jail?
I don't believe so. I mean, maybe, actually.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah.
I might have done that one. Clip that, put it on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. No, Brawley tried building up. I'm like, just go do it. And he's like, if I want to struggle for 5 hours, I'm like, just do it. You'll be fine. And Brawley's like, God, no, that's like, that fight's impossible. Okay?
I said I'd be able to do it because I have fought in multiple Crucible Knights. They are hard fights if you're fighting them with just weaponry. They are hard, but doable. But I realized this character isn't just about smacky smack and slicey slice. We got throwy throw. I don't no idea what's over here though.
I'll never get credit for those points that I put in Faith. I will only ever receive shit for them
You're
from
robbing
Brawley.
us of the real experience of Dark Souls. Sons of bitches. Sucker! Sucker! Gotcha!
Thank you, Michelangelo. So just layers, inspirational music while we're playing the clip of the fight, while my voice is layered over it. I get you. I get you. So we haven't even seen this fight yet.
I have no idea what's in here. I swear it's another Crucible Knight. Just gonna pre-pop this.
Don't forget to sprinkle in a training montage clip. So much effort into this video.
The fuck are you?
It's the ancient hero of Zamor.
Oh, this guy. Shit.
He's got a little bit of dancer flowiness to him. Also, Crucible Tail was decent. You might get more mileage out of some long-distance lightning spears. Yep, given that he doesn't have a sideways dodge, particularly.
He's doing something.
Buffing his weapon? Yeah, he ice buffed himself.
Ice buff.
So he's an Earthil warrior.
Bruh. Bro, just let me do a thing. Bruh. 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 You buff? I'm buffing. Oh. Hey guy, hey guy. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
By the way, that's why I tend to like keeping the catalyst on the right hand, just because like having the shield out when you need it's useful. I can respect the choice, especially if you're trying to be a little more like hitty focused. I get you. But I don't like making the accidental I'm trying to shield and then start casting a spell mistake. That hurts a little bit. Seems very doable.
Yeah.
Should only be a 10-hour fight.
Oh, okay. Not gonna dodge it, bro. Ow.
Okay, so you can...
Go find him for a big one.
I think he might have taken a little bit less damage either because you were he was buffing or...
Wow, I'd like an opportunity to heal. Jesus.
You only did a little bit. It's your boy, Ancient Heroes and More, here to fuck your shit up. So, unrelated to this entirely, I was mentioning in the movies channel, Kylie and I have been watching Castlevania Season 4, and I've noticed that there's basically two major things that seem to happen every episode. It's one of two, but I'll focus on just the former. Alucard. Alucard is having, like, this is a no plot spoiler thing here. Alucard basically does the same thing every single episode.
Yeah.
That thing is some other character comes up to him and it's like,
I need help, sir,
I need help!
Alucard.
Alucard, please! Alucard, we have a situation. And every time what happens is Alucard just sits there, like, his shirt split open, he just, like, head in hands, I am so deeply troubled, my emotional turmoil is a storm which could sink ships upon the ocean. I feel pain. And then after he's done internal monologuing and looking sexy as fuck, he's just like, what did you say? Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, every time.
I get nothing? Sure.
Yeah, that's a full plot summary, no spoilers. Every time, everyone's like, Alucard, you need to help us. And then he gets broody and beashy for a solid, like, it's like 30 seconds of in-show time every time. It's not like, it's not there and done. No, it happens. Bishi. B-I-S-H-I. So, I'm curious what debuff you're getting on you.
Frostbite. I think it makes you slow. Well, it'll deal damage to you, and then make you slow. No.
Thank you, Celsius.
Shit. I have, like, no way to do follow-up attacks on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hits you and goes, nope, I'm over here now.
Not every boss is meant to be fought the same way. So, here's the thing, like, I didn't want to mention it during your fight because you were getting really close. He does low hit number combos, so you were saying before, ooh, Scar Seal. You were saying before that you don't have opportunities to heal. I think most of his opportunities to heal involve you not over-dodging, and then, like, the moment he's done with a combo that he does, you immediately chug.
Okay.
Like, if you try to get distance and then chug, he has a lot of distance closing combo moves. Yeah.
Oh, that's the martial-based one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So just put both those on.
Yeah.
Pump the stats.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you're brave against him, if you're like, yeah, all right, you did the 2 hits you do, and you just chug while he's in your face, he takes so long to recover from his combos, that's where you're supposed to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. She goes, most enemies have you're at a distance, and you're trying to heal, I can punish that move. You are correct. But almost all of them also have safe timings in there as well.
Alright, well, we did that. Cool. Can do maybe this one up here.
That's also true, Moosey.
Not that one.
There are threatening dashes from that boss that didn't seem to have an attack follow-up on them. You beat him by blocking, then jumping forward and doing a heavy light. That makes sense, given that he has a lot of moves that just create some distance afterwards. So closing that distance instantly... Again, after he does his hits, he has a follow-up moment where you're free to do things. So your attack window is close the gap instantly after a combo ends, and then hit. Saltiest not being able to heal is pretty good.
We've not actually. I actually don't think we've actually been up here yet because that's on a cliff. Oh, but here's way up there. Right here.
There you go. What? Perfectly sensible. Look at Brawley getting to do a bunch of boss fights today. I did this one already.
I did, okay.
I forget which boss it was, but I did fight him.
Oh, to get the ball of fire. Oh, you're right, yeah. Oh, we can explore up this direction, I suppose.
Yeah, there's plenty to do. A Dawn Thief of Fire. Thank you. Oh, God, these guys... That guy right there is giving me DDO flashbacks.
So, these are the red cap things. I don't think they actually, like... I don't think that's a void effect. I think that's just literally a smoke bomb.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's literally just a smoke bomb.
Neat. One of the red cap enemies there started doing a chain whip effect. They have a ball on a chain that they start whipping around in a circle. Sarkva. Elven Bling always, yeah. Look, I have fun with DDO, but the one thing that gets me is those enemies with that chain whip. That's traumatic right there. Not yet, Shiggles. I'm sure that's something we could figure out on our own with some time, so... No. See, Morningstar's usually a shorter chain. Like, literally, their weapon is a chain here.
Oh, boy. Gold tinge extra mint. Let's get fucking room bears nearby.
Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry. You good, Shiggles, you good. Think that was most of them?
Oh. Also, we can... Hook blade attached with a long handle wielded by a vulgar militia. Vulgar militia. Attacks can slip through enemy's guard. The vulgar militia are the undecorated swords of rancid, scorched battlefields that none dare approach. The forbidden domains be forgotten by the rest of the world. Oh, okay. And flashy, singed battlefield effused with the stench of the dead. Forbidden lands will be exercised for the memory of history. This is where the vulgar militia serve. and stirring unsung watchkeepers. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's fucking cool looking. At least I think it is anyway.
It's not bad.
Boy, one cloak though. Is that okay?
I mean, it's only one cloak, but
It's a mini cloak. Now this is a cool look. Okay. So that was me over here. We're gonna keep on going off this direction. Fellas? Fellas? Ow. Fellas? 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 We talked about this. Nope, actually we didn't, but don't do that.
you didn't talk about it, no.
Clever girl. What's the bolts?
It's a little camp over there.
A camp with obviously, you know, predictable rewards considering this all camps, but why not do some parkour where we've not been rewarded with at all yet so far?
That seems like a good plan.
That's one thing I'm noticing. For the most part, unless it's very obvious, they have not like hidden things on like esoteric parkour show the game at all, really.
There have been a couple of, like, random items, but not a lot. Not yet, Super Tech Boy, but one day.
I want to know with the tail.
Good luck!
I want him with the tail. What's your guy?
Good luck!
I want him with the tail. Worth. Alright, had I went for the follow-up, that guy would have smacked me, I would have died. I would have been sad. Oh! Oh, bruh. 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 My body. The follow-up! Nope, wrong one. Well, I died for it.
I'm having fun, runes!
I like how heal spells just take fucking forever. That's the point, but I hate it. I could have just, hit him with a lightning bolt. It would have been fine.
Could have. One or two lightning bolts probably would have gotten him.
So that was...
Up the bushy thing and then down the road.
It's a stupid baby game, baddie game for babbies. Ruins Black. We're just playing it ironically.
Yep.
Because it's so stupid and we hate it.
It's true.
Day 6. Takes a lot of effort to stay this committed to a bit.
I mean, it's a babby game for babbies. What do you want? I'm willing to accept that Brawly is an adult baby.
Yeah. What? It might just happen to be the modern day Skyrim, but also being good. Nothing special about that.
Oh.
I like Skyrim, but I like this more.
Super Tech Boy, I'm just Lady Maria. Old stained glass Maria. That is correct.
The fuck? What the fuck?
I don't need to break bits, Sarkfa. I can hold. Again, I will eat soap to make Brawly eat soap. Any day of the week. I don't know what Brawly shirt is.
Gygus.
Oh. Okay.
If you done Earthbound, you know, if you've played Earthbound, you know what this is. If not, then you have no idea what this is. Again, I want him with the tail.
I've given you a good bean ribbon. It's true, actually, I have. You got one of them.
So much mana there for that.
Ah, nice. Poise break. He was worth the 200 runes.
So, okay spell, really expensive. Lightning Strike is better. The Black Flame is really good too.
Black Flame is super good. Black Flame and Lightning seem like the two best spells we have, probably. Whew. Got spicy there for a second.
Okay. Friends? Yeah, it takes way too long to cast that.
Reasonable. Dappled meat.
Nickname in high school. Fire spurred me. Alright. Can we give that to the dude?
At the moment, we don't have anyone else to give it to, so we could do that.
Alright. Yeah, the tail whip spell seems decent because it can cause poise break. Okay, I'll try it out. Whoops.
Do you just keep doing it? Well, now I know why people have hollow chest cavities in Elden Ring.
Now we find out, is there more, I mean there probably is. Is there more map this way? Or
Yeah.
or does it just end?
You might not be able to get up this giant cliff face.
What? Probably. Oh. Bats! Stronger bats! Crystal Bud.
Sadly, Michelangelo, Brawly has been indulging his deviant needs on stream, as he's wont to do.
This hood also gives us one extra vigor.
So there's an interesting promontory up and over there.
Yeah, well, it's near Stormville Castle.
Yeah. Just pointing out. Not that you should go to it, just interesting.
Honestly, I think that's the first Fortnite stream or message
Message.
we've seen.
Yeah.
Golden 5, nice.
Mm-hmm. Not that many.
8 to 10, maybe?
Yeah. You definitely lost that one pie. You actually lost closer to like 11 or 12 once when we were you were like 1 or 2,000 from a level up and you got archered.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume if I stand this, that's bad for me.
This might be what one calls a poison swamp.
But the FPS has dropped to 15. It can't be Poison Swamp. Ooh, I hear a... Ooh, no. Motherfucker. There we go. No! There we go. Oh! That might be faith. Oh.
Oh, DJ. Oh.
Well. This is inviting.
This is a nice place. Village of the Albinarics. Yeah, they definitely leak white blood when you hit them. Yep.
Oh, hey!
Ma'am.
It's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare, made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown, and though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice.
Neat.
Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefelilu, warrior. But this time, and though there's justice to the oppressors, let the scar...
Alright, so while Brawley's exploring more D&D stuff, I'm playing, and Teddy is one of the mods is in our game, right? And couldn't make it to our session. So we ran without him because, you know, it's okay. One person's down in a 5-person group. That's reasonable. You can make that happen. We had access to Teddy's sheet. I'm going to ask you a question, chat. If you're a bard in 5e, what do you think your main spellcasting stat is?
Charisma?
Well, that's a correct answer. Now, if you were a bard in 5e and you were, let's say you were level 11, okay? So you're getting into, like, for your average D&D campaign, at least late game, if not mid-late game, or, like, to getting there, right? Great. Take a guess what Dear Tedum's charisma modifier was. It's not going to be as bad as it could be. I'll give you that.
2?
No.
1? 3?
It was just 1. Just 1.
I mean, to be fair, RPing is an important aspect of the game. He could just be a shitty bard.
He is.
A shitty bard.
He is.
I mean, my wizard does not have a lot of constitution. Granted, I think that's more viable, because I didn't hurt my main casting stat for it.
Sure.
But
Sure.
But he wants to be a shitty bard, he can be a shitty bard.
And don't worry, he didn't make up for it by putting the points into dexterity or anything. He didn't.
I mean, if you want for concentration checks, sure was I.
Just remember, Teddy, this village is done for. Please, even if it's just you, old Albus, hide well and still your breath. Did he put his points into strength? There might be some more points in strength. There might be some more points in strength.
This would be strong. Strong bard. Nothing wrong with that.
He also has the lowest HP of the entire group. The group has a wizard on him.
What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Bruh.
Look. Alright. It's important to note that Teddy's build is not optimal. Teddy has optimized his character for his enjoyment. And just straight up, nobody in our group dislikes having Teddy in our group. Having Teddy in our group is a good thing. We have more fun for it. Yeah, sure. In a 5-person fight, it might feel like there's only 4 people there. But Teddy provides a valuable approximately 69 HP to buffer the rest of the party. Because Teddy is almost always out of position where he will easily be hit by enemy attacks.
Is Teddy useful? Alright, I know what the answer to this question is. Teddy useful out of combat?
Well, he casts Speak with Plants a lot. On grass. Do you want to know how good grass is at giving information? Not very.
I'm gonna assume not very.
Not very. It's grass. It's grass. I'm trying to remember.
Please, no. Dear me.
It did say to hide. Or hide somewhere. That makes
I haven't
sense.
a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. You're not one of them. Well, what a relief.
I like how his mouth moves, but not correctly.
Oh, goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished.
Not necessarily,
The
Ozai.
whole village
That's all in the
has
DM.
changed. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion?
Oh.
You must keep it out of the cursemonger's
Is the other half?
hands.
The other half.
Ah.
I mean, Ringsong, if the DM, like, if it's 5 people in a party, one person sucks for combat, and the DM says, well, I'm gonna balance the fights for 4 people, then there you go.
Yeah, that can
There
still
you go.
make it work.
There you go.
And if you should
That can-
need
that can
the
still
hand of
work.
Albinoric Latena, then please give it to her.
It's also worth pointing out, though, if you're playing D&D, right, well, you can throw lower level fights there.
And if a DM wants to kill you, they'll just kill you. It doesn't matter what your party is balanced as, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got the other...
No.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's a different way.
Yeah, well, so one's the Halig tree, so they're two different grand lifts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess the grand lifts are the things that you need to get to the top of to do the great runes. We got one for free.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'm saying, Ringsong, is that if you could start a game with a DM that says, all right, guys, this can be more mechanically focused, so min-max your characters. If you don't min-max, you're fucked. And so, and then in that case, the DM is trying to kill you. And that's not bad DM. You agree with the DM. That's how you want the kind of game you want to play.
Yeah. Well, Ozai, that's because D&D is it's the type of system it is. It's a combat-focused system that doesn't allow as much free-form silliness.
Intelligence. Interesting. Oh, it's a little baby sickle. Look at this thing. It's cute. We also got that sword. Okay.
Ringside, I wouldn't call it a flaw of the system. Not every system of role-playing is designed for the same thing.
Definitely hear a... What do you call them? One of those little dung beetle things.
There's a lot of space vertically below you, though.
Yeah.
We have a grand old time. I am looking at Teddy's spell list, though, and it is not combat-focused at all.
for we who cannot make the journey, but for dear Latenna, it is needed to fulfill her purpose.
Wrestling at a con of 3. Or sorry. Gotta say, I'm gonna say his name right. You have to say wrestling, but like with an accent. So wrestling. So go this way. Alright, Dag. Big old stone bridge here. We gonna see a dragon? Or sniper?
I don't think you're going to see a dragon, but you're probably going to see something.
We're just gonna... No game! Fucking... The targeting basically shoved my camera in the wrong direction. I was pressing forward, and the game was like, "You want to swing the camera around, move your character off the thing? Yeah, sure, we can do that."
Yep.
Thanks, game.
So, I'll put it out here for this Ozai. In our group, functionally, combat-wise, you could just balance every encounter as if it was an encounter for 4 people, and then the slightest bit harder, and it would be balanced. I'm still pretty sure Liz balances it for 5 people, and let me tell you, our group is very good at getting close to being good in situations, and then falling, slightly short every time. We're great failures.
Ah! Alright. I gotta deal with this shit first. What a 13,000 souls, shit.
Nice.
Alright, I gotta deal with all the friends here.
Yeah, you're gonna get surrounded. Like, we're the party that there's a ritual going on and you have a limited time to stop it. We stopped the ritual 1 turn after it started going off. So the world is partially fucked no matter what every time. No, it's just the game I'm in with some of the mods. That's reasonable, Saltius. Side note, I made Brawly fight a snowman today. It was okay.
I mean, it was essentially like an ice elemental? Just, you know, a snowman.
A snowman. Who doesn't like a good snowman?
So, was that a one that gives you an item, or was that a recharger?
The red ones are
whoa.
health recharges.
Oh, it's that guy over there. Is he following me?
He's walking this way.
He's backing up, I think.
I didn't name him Olaf in the initiative counter, Jimmy.
So, there is a boss here. And a dog is somewhere. I can do a summon. Yeah, boy. Who's summoning? Summon the queen. Honestly, if all she does is fight the dog, that's all I care about. Hey guys, I'm just gonna... Roll for initiative! Oh, Jesus.
So that's 3 Capra swings in a row.
That's a Dagwood build right there. Dual clubs.
Are those clubs or are they like really interesting axes?
You're supposed to deal with the dog! Headless!
Oh my god, this is just Capra Demon. This is literally just Capra Demon.
With fire.
Yeah.
It's so... Oh! It's so fun. And blood loss.
Mm-hmm. And he has a little more mobility and whatnot. Yeah, no, I'm seeing... There's Capra Demon moveset in this.
Oh, I have no health anymore. Goddamn. Need to heal, maybe. Oh, I'm just gonna die. Heal now. Jesus. Where the fuck's that healing spell?
You've gone past it like
I
2
know.
times.
I don't know why I did that. Oh, we're good.
Loodle's phasing has saved her a lot. So once he goes on Loodle, she's gonna just die.
What the fuck? Oh god. What the fuck is this terrain? Oh, it's on a wall. Cool.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, I was perfectly in a nook. Oh wow.
All right, so yeah, this accurately describes piloting Teddy's character. Faye says, "I don't pilot other PCs because I don't know what I do, or because I know what I do, not how to play a caster." Frozen Throg, of course, says you cast Fireball, and Faye accurately describing the options you have when you play as Teddy's character. Your spell list is Speak with Plants, Dimension Door, Knock, Tongues, and you're fighting a dragon. Which one do you cast?
You fucked.
You fucked! That is correct. Dimension Door and Leave. DJ, Dimension Door was cast twice that fight. Yeah, Dimension Door is only 500 feet.
Loodle? Shit. Where the fuck is Loodle? This is an awful area to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Though I guess that's kind of the point.
Yeah. It's still better than the actual arena would be if you were in Dark Souls 1.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
No, this wasn't a diplomacy dragon, fake Pyrie. This was a, like, gibbering, psychic, evil dragon. Yeah, Froshock, remove the dogs and change it, and he'd just be a common mob. You'd have to make him hard by, like, putting 3 of him in the same fight. Dark Souls 1.
Alright, she's fighting the dogs, I think. Oh my god, did reach. Whoa!
There's the dog, which she pulled aggro on.
Maybe I thought over here.
No, Dark Souls 1 has you fight, like, multiple Capra demons.
Towards the end.
Yeah. I know, Frostshock. I know. But who doesn't accidentally panic pull multiple at least one time? Especially when you're playing a brute force melee character. C. Trivial boss fight.
Okay. Crucible not talisman.
Ah. Multiple Crucible references.
Reduces damage and impact of headshots. I mean, okay. The talisman fashioned from bony knot that embodies the aspect of various creatures, said to have grown on a human body long ago. Reduces damage and impact of headshot taken. A vestige of the crucible and primordial life born partially of de-evolution. Or devolution? De-evolution?
Devolution.
Devolution. It was considered a signifier of the divine in ancient times, but is now increasingly disdained as an impurity as civilization has advanced.
I mean, without a doubt, yes, fake Pyrie. Those Capra demons weren't that bad. I'm simply noting that Capra demon is a boss defined by his arena. Outside of his arena, ain't even a thing.
Mariner was...
there.
Here.
The Summon Water Village Mariner. Tibia Mariner, I think it was?
Yeah. That looks way berserkish. Well, I'm here now. Behold regret.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, Capra Demon's dogs aren't even that bad. Like, for the most part, not even a thing. If you have a shield, literally trivial. If you have no shield and can roll at all, pretty trivial. I've never plunge attacked really Capra either. For the most part, I just go up onto the stairs and kill the dogs. Usually I might try to kill a dog before I go onto the stairs if I can. And then just roll. Not terrible. Nah, you're doing a great job, Saltiest, and we appreciate it.
So maybe going over there, but probably not.
Also, I do want to just clarify. I know we're ragging on Teddy. Teddy appreciates that we're ragging on him, okay? This is what he wants. Teddy would play a better character if he didn't want us to rag on him, okay? It's part of the joy. He enjoys the mess. And don't worry, Teddy tries to make it all a mess, even worse than it is, just because of how it could be.
More like crap for Demon. Am I right? Am I right, broskies? Okay. I'm doing it.
Oh my god. Why are you wasting points?
I'm not wasting points!
This is a really nice looking area for what it is. Like, not nice looking, but cool looking.
Fella. Again, these trees with like people hanging from them, that is alright, I'm not gonna say in terms of like, you know, art and culture and, you know, depictions.
Berserk doesn't own that.
I know, but it's a very iconic scene. Climbing the rope bridge carefully.
I mean, in this world, there is magic in flying.
Is that purple item? Oh. Probably magic.
That's... Crystal is almost certainly not our build. Yeah, that's an it build.
Sword fashioned from pure crystal. A deed impossible for a human. Ether and wreathed with the powerful magic, its tax scales with intelligence. Indestructible crystallines have been one clear purpose, to safeguard their crystals unto the end. One theory posits that they yearn for the return of their creator, who will carve them. Carve for them new brethren.
Hmm. And there was an item behind the tree that you missed. It wasn't a super good-looking one, but... yeah.
Alright.
Figure I'd mention. It wasn't, like, rare-looking, but...
I think that's mostly this area.
You can go over the crystals.
Can I make that down there?
I mean, you can fall down to these things here. Like, you can get down there if you're not bad.
That sword isn't great. Oh, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's not a great sword. It wasn't in the line with the other great swords, so... it actually may have been. I'm just making a joke.
Well,
Gonna kill some crystallines?
I guess we are. Oh. Oh.
Try faith.
Oh. 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 I'll try one more. They're not stopping.
I mean, I guess if you're a race of people that
Oh. I'm just gonna go.
guard crystals and you're made out of crystal,
I'm just gonna go.
you're not gonna win this fight?
No.
Wow, Brawly.
I'm just gonna go.
How about you explore their area?
Well, yeah. I'm just not gonna fight them.
Okay.
That seemed pretty futile.
I mean, if you just hit him a couple more times, I'm sure you would
A
have
couple
won.
more times.
Yeah.
A couple more times.
And then a couple more after that until you win. Their only goal in life, safeguard their crystals. Next thing Brawly does, fuck yo crystals.
Gonna mess up all your crystals.
Yeah, they didn't have a very involved moveset there, Frost Shock. If Brawly was just a little bit good, I think he could get them.
Doesn't seem to be much in their area here. That's... Yeah, no.
Brawly, you got this. I have faith in you.
Yeah, no.
Surely Brawly, Master Crucible Knight Slayer, can handle a few simple crystal foe.
Shit. Oh. 2.
I appreciate that that is Brawly's official title.
Okay. Thank you for the golden rune. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What?
It's a church, right?
Ah, is it?
We like churches.
Is it? Oh, it's our besties.
Before they murder me! Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, actually, even better. Memory slot, maybe.
You're fine either way, Maniac. Don't worry about it too much.
Reach out and touch Greg's.
Converted. Don't forget, you can always horse around if need be. So there might be a way to like get to the upper level by platforming, or there might be some secret hidden within. Yeah, you can get on one of these roofs, probably over here. Yeah, easily.
It wasn't as simple as, like, you gotta find 3 wise beasts. Look right there. So last time we were one of these, we got a memory slot, which is nice.
Wait, how did Brawley cheat? How is that cheating?
How's it cheating?
That wasn't cheating at all. That was a platforming puzzle. Was that even supposed to be hard? Wait, that wasn't the intended solution? What was the intended solution? How is this not the intended solution?
It's right there! And also, this game gets inspiration from Breath of the Wild. They say, oh, you just fucking broke physics? Sure, you do you, boo.
This is clear. Like, there's a sloping outer area to climb. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't feel smug. I just did what seemed obvious.
Yeah! That wasn't even lateral thinking. That was just... Let me look around. Oh, there's the way in.
Yeah.
Chat, I feel like maybe you live in the world where you live in... Alright, let me paint the scene. You live in a house. It is a glorious house. A beautiful home. But each of the windows has been carefully walled off. Each one of them has been boarded up, mortared over, blacked out. There's no easy way to get inside. The front door, while you're there, has been locked by a series of 5 different locks. And on top of those locks, there's chains held together with another lock, combination lock. And you have to go through all of those to get in through the door. But also you left the back door open.
Yeah.
So someone like walks around to the back side of your house and just like, oh, cool. It's not even unlocked. It's literally open. I can just walk in.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like that's what this is.
And a friend. And a friend.
Nice. Side note, you're all great, chat. I'm just having funsies.
I'm gonna fight this friend.
By being good.
Oh my god.
By the way, I'm assuming the air trees are strong against non-fire faith at the least, because they are, like, avatars of the air tree.
Oh. Killed your bro. They're of the light. Oh, I fucked them up.
Yeah, they're definitely weaker against fire by far than your lightning and your what is it? Sickle. Like the scythe tickles.
The tree is weak to fire?
Stop!
I mean, Frostshock, in this game, literally most faith magic is of the air tree. Like, literally incantations are derived from the air trees. So, one would hope that the avatar of the air tree at least was a modicum aligned with Faith.
Cool. Cool. Crystal. Ooh, crystal tier. I was gonna say, I was thinking of the one from Dark Souls 1 that makes you stronger when you're weak.
Red Tear Stone?
So it is interesting that the face that are of the air tree are the ones that, you know, fuck these things up. So.
Oh, you don't want me to say...
Air tree?
You want Erd tree.
Air tree?
One in Caelid wasn't too bad, Shiggles. I goofed around a lot on that one.
Well, he'll like just basically just blast you with like with what do you call it?
Toxic.
Well, yeah. Rod, which is, yeah, toxic. Cool whip.
Erd tree. Oh.
So now we know around these trees are a bunch of these dead pots or pot warriors.
I mean, these are pots, but they might have been warriors. Not every pot is a warrior. But every warrior, a pot.
Rough. Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down.
Maniac! I'm done with your shit! It's 1, 2... I mean, you're fine. Man, every time. General Grievous, so poorly done in the movies.
So we got... Restores half the total FP in mixed physic. And... Causes concoction to explode in mixed physic. Does it become a throwable then?
I don't know what that one does.
I can try it. See what happens.
Oh.
Hurts you.
But probably is an AoE explosion.
Sure.
Now read the extended description.
Crystal tier found forms slowly over the ages where the Erd tree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed. Alright. Defective crystal tier with possesses absolutely no medicinal qualities. A lesson said we learned that the hard way for some, faith can be volatile matter after all.
I think you're using the Faith in the Fire one, so right.
Yeah. Also found that the one that gives you heal over time lasts for a really long time. Like a super long time. So that's pretty good too.
It's the golden one.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? I haven't been back here in a while. I'll also give the guy that prayer book. Seem dark here?
Brawly, something's up.
Yep.
Brawly. Okay, well, they're not healing. You are not on your healing, just so you know.
Yep.
Great enemy fell. You got a clinging bone.
That's my nickname in high school. Oh, fist weapon. Interesting.
Does this seem dark to you? Well, yeah, Brawly, a arm with a hand on it would be a fist weapon.
Very good. Well then, Would you like to learn it?
No acknowledgement. Okay. All right. Yo, another book of heresy. Ah, yes.
Its incantations bear no lineage from the Erd tree.
Good.
Very well.
I'll take it for your hands. We can use it too. I think this.
Surge o' Flame.
I think it was just that, right? But
Also, to the left, I think, not that we need it, but we got the electrifying armament as well in one of the other ones we got. So we have Black Flame armament and electrifying armament.
okay.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
Okay.
Shiggles, sometimes monk people wear wheels.
Up there.
You just gotta pillory yourself.
It's just
He's going to, don't worry. Brawley's intention is to look around and examine things.
Correct, I take it. Then owing to our duties shared, we are now comrades in arms. I think you've earned this.
Also, he pronounced the word comrades as comrades, okay?
Comrades.
We can say urge tree or aired tree however we want.
and Laura.
Okay, in fact, Laura is like the worst because the characters in game do both.
Yeah.
I serve the Golden Order, that I might put this crooked land to rights, following only the guidance of the great Elden Ring. Those who live in death fall outside the principles of the Golden Order. Their mere existence sullies the guidance of gold, tainting its truth. And so it is the vermin must be exterminated, down to the very last.
So now we can get some stuff from him.
Okay.
Requires some intellect though. D. Hunter the Dead. Wonder if he's Darwell. Oh, the game. The game doesn't give us a list of who's at the here.
Ah.
Let's talk to her, buddy. I don't think she has anything.
Now go.
Greetings, are you here for spirit?
I sure am.
I'm here to get my spirit tuned up. Really?
They seem pretty good. Which ones we normally do? Oh, these require 4, which we actually do have 1 of. Requires a little more souls, though. Oops. Which we do later on. Don't do the 4. Don't do the 4. Oh, we haven't used that guy yet. I don't even remember getting this guy. Sure.
Well, I took you for no matter it's
Wow.
He
Every
says it
time.
every time.
Take me for dead, why don't you? And do we have any dupes of things? Probably not.
Why would we be... I mean, we might have a couple duplicate weapons, but why are you trolling for 100 souls at a time here, Brawley?
We just get the soul while we're at it. $200 for that one. Stone helm, plated reinforced with lattice, worn by marionette soldiers, crafted to serve the crafted to serve the sorcerers. Yeah. Oh, that one dude I just fought was wearing the imp head. The scarab helm is actually Dag might enjoy it.
It increases damage taken, though,
But
and you haven't been putting many points into Vigor, so...
I literally just put 2!
Oh, big man on campus putting 2 points into vigor. Wow.
Yes!
You got a dupe up there for 10.
Nice. Yeah, don't sell any of those. If you sell these, I don't know if you can get them back. Honestly,
I don't even know why you're hanging out on this page.
Yeah.
Greeting, are you here for spirit?
And can't find Creaser actually.
Sure.
She seems fun.
Yeah, so there's the dude you murdered.
He attacked me! Oh. 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 Helm graced with golden human bones. Worn by speaking adherent of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing, solely pressed. Oh. Cool. Not a dark red set. It said the bones belong to an ancient lord, the soulless king, this lord of the lost and despair. Alright. Neat. Huh. And of course it's heavy.
It is heavy armor, yeah.
Cool. Good enough.
And just like that, Brawley took a point away from our vigor.
I put it back on, but I want to see what the whole set looks like, though. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. There's the fat roll.
Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about fat rolling if you never roll.
True. So,
So Gideon, about your guy.
You.
you. And
The Academy of Rail. Renala is and her.
okay. Who's Ensha?
My
Oh,
apologies
there you go, yeah.
for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore.
So, alright. Here's a question,
Allow me
chat.
to tender some advice in regard to the half of the secret medallion you possess. Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
All these people here at the round table are tarnished, right?
Yeah.
Because if so, you killed him once and he's just dead forever. Why doesn't he come back? Where's his determination?
I don't know if the game has actually mentioned that people come back when you die. It could just be literally this game as a game convenience, and it not really explained. That could be it.
It could be.
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins,
let's do this.
which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure. Find the She hides in a cave to the west of the ruins, which jut
right.
from the
Laskia
mist-shrouded
ruins.
lake of Liurnia. She knows the...
Is this?
I'm assuming it's somewhere to the west here.
So maybe if we go around here, possibly.
Find some runes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not asking you all to explain it. I just wanted to confirm that these people are supposed to be tarnished so that the rest of it sounds weird.
Nothing from her. Though if we found any of these bell things, we could probably expand their inventory. No bells yet, though. Oh, we don't have the right. Oh, we don't have the right. Oh, we don't have the right. Let me talk to Fia. Maybe Fia's got something to say. Other than wanting to give me a hug.
I am pleased to see you.
Like, she's tarnished, too.
Would you
Yep.
like me to hold you once more?
Yeah, about that.
Good day.
Thank goodness. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Actually, do those other pieces give us the same benefit of healing when we're low?
You didn't check these two, but the chest piece did.
Yeah. Oops. Huh? Yeah. That does, and that does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, be medium low with those, sure. We already have Hugger, though.
Yeah, but you're probably going to need to keep hugging her.
Oh my god.
People like hugs!
Would you like me? Now, come closer.
Literally, her job is to hug people, Brawly. If you're not going to contribute to this relationship, she's not going to contribute either.
You are so very warm.
Thanks. Talking secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble.
Were you boned?
To grant him another chance at life. To do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
So she siphons people's energy in order to bring other people back to life. Hey, Frostbird.
I am pleased. Would you like the blessing?
Who doesn't deserve a hug to bring other people back to life?
Now, come closer. You are so. Then good day to you.
Yeah, you probably can't just spam it. You can't spam hugs.
Okay. And then I just use the
Baldachin's Blessing if you wish to not have your HP back. She's a necromancer. Go upgrade the dog too for me.
Doge.
Greeting, are you here for spirit?
Oh, I can talk to her. And not. Actually, we have a few of those. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting
You're not.
any of the fours.
You're not.
Oh, actually, Ghost. Oh, these are different tiers. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take Ghost. They take Grave, so that's fine then.
Yeah, they're different things.
Then. About the dog? Maybe doing this guy? What do you want?
No one else for now. I'm not sold on anyone yet.
What about the Noble Sorcerer Ashes? Dude, watch like you've been upgrading becomes fucking amazing.
I think there's a reason they only cost 40, Brawly.
Greetings, are you here for spirit, June? I feel like I'm really coming to grips with spirit tuning of late. I can see how and why immortal essence exists. A spirit under the Golden Order. I can understand their yearnings, what they become drawn to. Master Hugh said it himself, actually. That I'm no mere apprentice any longer. Once again, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Roderica, the certified spirit tuner.
I can't believe she got her certification already. Now you know how to curtsy.
Nice. Nice.
I like how she just kind of just said, yeah, I'm not an apprentice anymore. I graduated. If only it were that easy.
I mean, you can fail your GED like 3 times to become a congresswoman. Anyway, do we have enough to upgrade our flasks? Oh, dope. Oh, that's the, I wish there was a way to tell what the hell it did.
It gives you Vow of the Indomitable.
What the fuck is that?
It gives you Vow of the Indomitable.
What does that even mean?
Why don't you use it? Make an indomitable value then, Brawly.
I guess I could, maybe. Yeah, it's so dumb on the most important screen for Ashes of War, like the one where you're actually using them, you can't actually see what the description is. It's so dumb. So dumb.
CJ said it is about a half a second window of invulnerability.
And then when you're on the screen, you actually can't see all of them. Anyway, I think.
Well, it does just tells you what the things are. It doesn't actually tell you a description. You have to go to this.
No, I'm saying is that, like, even though I'm in the inventory, I can't really see all of them, I don't think. Like, all the Ashes of War aren't actually here.
Well, yeah,
you can't see the ones that are equipped. What? Game!
Well, they're not in your inventory, they're on the weapon. Go examine the weapon.
But not on this screen though, probably, right? There we go.
Yeah, it says it right there.
There it is. I think there are better ways to do this.
It's on the weapon.
I think there's better ways to do this.
Right, but it's not in your inventory.
I think there's better ways to do it.
Nope, Anarandador said there's no better ways.
I guess.
Fortunately, you're gonna have to bow
I guess
to this expertise.
I guess that's it. Alright, my idea is maybe try and find her, maybe she's over here somewhere.
You're welcome to.
Also, we found that... Oh, well, there was a...
Finger reading crone there.
Oh, also that one guy who had his servant died.
Ace of Spades, we'll do what we want.
He's not here.
Just explore in Okuraku. We do not have a current, like, plot thing we are working towards. Technically, we should, but we don't. We're supposed to go, like, I think towards the castle in this area, which might be the academy, but there's plenty of other things to do. I need to go to the poison area again. Because I like the poison swamp, unlike some people. I feel like we're an appropriate level to conquer a nice Kalia, and have thus spent a great deal of time there. Whereas Brawly fights one bird monster and gets a little bit upset.
No, I went there. I was like, also, it's not poison. It's what do you call it? Toxic.
Scarlet Rot.
Rot. Hey, fish guys. Why fish guys?
They just offer such an unsatisfying number of souls, given what we could get at Kalia.
But it takes longer to kill anything there.
Well, just
if you actually kill anything there.
Yeah, just be better though.
If you actually kill anything in
I've
Kalia.
killed plenty of things there. I've killed bird monsters.
By running away from them and getting lucky when they fall off a cliff.
What about when I murdered all those people with fire breath?
When?
Literally in Kalia, I was running around with the dragon fire breath murdering the random patrols back when we were super under level.
Oh, the patrols. Probably one of the weaker things.
Right. That's an option. You're allowed to kill weaker things, Brawly. Not all of us need our heroics to be big. Some of us are content with simple achievements. Oh.
Hang here. So right now I am looking for a cave. That's the crystal area, right? Yeah.
It's towards it, yeah. Could be a cave or crystal area, you don't know. Well, the thing is Ace of Spades. The other games, say what you will, the Dark Souls games, for the most part, are very linear.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's branches, there's optional things, there's some bosses that you could do first, but there are set progress gate points that are very limiting. This game is not that. This is an exploration game, so there's no need to do that. Also, Dark Souls 2 had a lot.
Dark Souls 2 would be like, here's your bonfire. Cool. And you'd find the next, like, you know, really, like, shortcut. There's a bonfire right next to it. I'm like, okay, then what's the point of this? What's the point of the shortcut then?
Yeah. They were just different games. Like, one is an open world exploration game, obviously, and open world exploration requires that at times you go from one part of the open world to another.
Oh.
That's the thing down there.
Ooh.
Whereas the other is a exploration-based, but much more linear RPG. Oh, yeah. The run to Flame Lurker is fun. But fortunately, you can just beat the boss in your first try.
Yeah.
Because he's an easy boss for babbies.
Yeah, especially... Put any investment in magic. Any investment in magic.
Do you think that you might need to put more points in magic? No, just any amount.
Just use the insane amount of the, what was it, the essence or the incense that allows you to restore your mana that you got because you died over and over again in Latria?
We died a lot in Latria.
Well, is it Latria? Is that the...
It's Tower of Latria, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Spice, I think, right? So this might be a cave over here. I don't think it's a cave we need, but it's a cave, so I'll go to it. Catacomb.
But yeah, in this style of game, either you don't put fast travel at all in and you design your game around that, or you make the spots so convenient that you can just do them wherever. Like, if you have to travel across an entire island every time you warp, you're not going to warp. You're going to be really careful about it.
Sword dance.
There are a lot of hanging friends here.
Let me guess. Hey.
It is a little bit along Lawako Kuraku. Still have to do that one. There's the catacombs.
the big ones, and holy fuck, they hurt.
What's this in the lip, Brawly? Just a cute little limp.
Let's try it again. So the fire seems to be damage.
I would just shield them and then scythe.
That seems decent-ish.
You can fish for backstabs pretty easily if you are intelligent about it, and they stagger super easily once you start hitting.
Oh, second one.
Wolf.
I think we got 2 of those now.
Hmm?
Oh god, it's so strong. Do I trust? I hear you. Where you at?
So I think behind you something may have happened.
Because I hear a guy up here.
Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it then. So, the fact that that lever was right by the entrance bothers me. Also, the state mark is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an invisible wall behind her?
Because I definitely hear...
Let's go to the corner there.
There are invisible walls. The truth has been made known.
Look, Twitter was never going to let us live it down. This is... It was clearly where the audio was coming from.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Immerse. What we got? Runark! Ah, cool. It's like cool.
You got the grave stuff?
Yeah, the grave stuff's actually more useful. Granted, Runarks aren't useful, just that
You're afraid to ever use them?
considering you know that, like, unless you PvP, you really can't get that many of them. Check.
Bold Brawly. Yeah, this is the first wall we found. Not that it was possible to exist on Twitter for the past, like, 2 weeks or week or so without knowing that there are invisible walls in Elden Ring, okay?
Well, ones that take 50-50 hits to open up.
Right.
Which might be a bug.
Which might be a bug. But the fact that there's one that exists at all means that there's easier ones to find,
Well, that
too.
one also when disappeared looked kind of odd, so it literally just might be like bugged, like, this wall's not supposed to disappear at all, so...
Maybe.
He's got a staff, I think. There, right there. Wielded by Erdtree, bigger watchdogs protect catacombs. The watchdogs, battered and broken over their lengthy tenure, rule the catacombs and are often said to command the imps. Oh, neat. 34 strength. Wow.
Yeah, so the giant watchdog bosses, that's one of their weapons. You do this so often.
It's like, oh, time to heal. We press the heal button that I'm more accustomed to. The cat dogs, yeah. Oh, fuck you.
Rune arcs, Simmer, are the analog in this game to embers or humanities in other Souls games. They do not perform the exact function, but they allow you to access the power of great runes, which you gain from defeating powerful boss enemies in the game. And those abilities vary from boss to boss. The only great rune that Brawly... That's a trap right there.
What?
There's trap holes in the wall that you somehow walk past a pressure plate or something without activating it, I believe.
Oh.
Just, like, as a warning, there are trap holes sticking out of that wall. So I don't know...
Where? Oh, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the only one that we have unlocked so far just generally increases our stats.
I'm not going in there.
I mean, you are going in there, but you're gonna wait a moment. Evening, Sean. I'm okay.
Hey, Sean.
I've had a headache for a little bit. There's one on the ground to your left.
Oh, what's up?
Sorry, you just like looked for it and then turned around, so I just figured I think you wanted to know. Yeah, I've had a bit of a headache for the past day or so. It was code names. My raw distress at... Ooh, Rhea Lucaria Soldier Ashes. My raw distress at being Codemaster in Code Names, and all of the wild flailing actually gave me a headache.
Good. Good. Good.
Good?
Good.
Good. Look, Ace of Spades! I thought people knew what brumation was.
No.
I thought that this was like a common understood term.
Nope.
I learned something today. So you didn't find the boss?
I don't think there was a boss.
There definitely was. You opened a heavy door lever. Somewhere in this dungeon, a heavy door opened. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there is no boss, but I'm pretty sure there's a boss and you just haven't found it yet. It was a great clue, assuming that I knew my audience, and I did it.
Your audience was everyone in the world.
It's a common term. We learned it in grade school science.
See, I made that claim before.
Name one of your common terms, Brawly.
Impasta.
Yeah, as Okuraku points out, the purpose of the easy lever was to remind you that this dungeon, which is full of hidden doors, has it somewhere, so that you find it early.
I interpret it as usually the boss for experience in the game has been, it's like right then and there for you. The fact that this one, you know, you got the reward, typical boss reward. Or this way.
Yep.
Let me guess. Or not. Okay, guess not.
Yeah, what Maniac said. It is hibernation for reptiles, which is not quite hibernation. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, good.
There you go. And that's why they also gave the enemy dragging the sword easy sound, so you'd find this hidden door super simple. It's a snail!
That's a snail? That's not a snail.
It's a snail!
Oh, he summoned. No, he did his own summon. Where you at, snail? He's his own summon. That's what the boss. Where's he at? There we are. I hear it. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. There you are, you little shithead. So hide from me.
Alright, that's kind of cute.
He's right here. No. Where's he at? Right here. Got you. Got you.
Okay, that's a good name.
He's right there.
As your summon fights the other summon.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty clever. Oh, there's a candle behind you.
He's, you know, it's this little snake. Little snail, but look like a little... Actually, it kind of like a snake with a, with a shell. Summon snail fight. I was looking like, snail. That's not a snail. Also, it's the same color as my summon. There's a summoner somewhere. Find him.
It did say spirit color in the name.
Mm-hmm. That too.
That makes sense.
Some people might not realize that. Just saying.
Just like some people might not realize there's a boss in the dungeon in the first place.
Yep. Yeah, well, you could hear it, which I was able to hear thanks to the immersive power of Immerse Hive. But also, there was like a light up spot where it was too, and you also could walk through it.
Azrae, you did not do that boss fight one-on-one. You did that boss fight 2v1. Yeah. And Brawley just chose to do it 2v2. You beat the first summon before you stopped and thought about the name. Oof.
Go dog, go dog.
So I don't think, unfortunately, that this spot is the cave you were looking for.
Gave us a somber 3. Also what you said.
Now, if you want a somber 3, you probably need to find a, what are they called?
One of those, like, mining camp areas?
Yeah. The caves, the caverns, etc. The snail uncloaks if you kill the thing.
Oh, okay.
But only briefly.
Alright, so I wanted to try out... Oh. A trio of spirits consisting of 2 disposable foot soldiers and their superior. The soldiers of Rhea Lucaria are also known as the Cuckoos. They were given free reign by the Academy to wage war as they pleased, and they were famous for their rapacious ways. That's the guy. Spirit of Rhea Lucaria, sorcerer wearing a stone crown. Scholar of the Olivinus Conspectus, who was mastered the use of the glintstone sorcerer's art. Cool. Alright, so I've used this guy. I'm gonna try out the other ones real quick before I pass off here.
Sure.
On militia. We also got... Spirit of Bandit who lives in death and will continue to rise again until properly finished off. Oh, so he'll rise up. He'll rise up too. Okay.
Yeah, but hear me out. Noble sorcerer.
Noble sorcerer.
But hear me out. Noble sorcerer.
Okay. My dudes. Well, they're big too.
Yeah, it's pretty standard skeleton size so far for this game. By the way, take some damage and don't heal it at some point. You don't have to do it right now, but...
With the side of my... Or with the...
Yeah, I want to know how much HP regen you're getting for 2 items in the set.
I don't have the regen yet, because I'll get the buff.
Oh, so you have to get super low for it? Now that you can safely out? Okay.
There it is.
So, alright.
That's decent.
It's considerable.
I say it's good enough to where if you get down to a boss fight where, like, you all of a sudden have no flasks, no flasks, you're like, fuck, it might give you enough to maybe survive one more hit.
Maybe.
Better than nothing.
Does anyone know how high it heals you up before it stops?
That's true too. If you don't get
Like, if it heals you from, like, 1/8 of your health to 1/4...
that doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
Because if you're so low that you can get one tap no matter what you're wearing, then yeah.
Unless
That shows the thing.
unless it's a percentage based and it's assuming you're going to have, like, 5,000 vigor.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's an assumption, Azrae, but I don't know.
It would be we're talking about the grave, the death rate site, or what's that? Looks like a stop though. Yeah. That's true. If you had a massive hit point bar, then it would be better.
And then he lowered our vigor, actually, Wolfie. So.
No! I put the hat back on!
Right, but you did lower it at one point,
my
right?
God, don't-
No, I'm not. Did I lie?
You did it,
Did I
but
how did-
you're being purposely misleading.
How am I being misleading? I said you lowered our HP at one point this evening.
Oh, that's nice. He might be good for groups. Oh, he's one of those guys. Ooh, he's good. I got a headpiece that gives us a vigor that I leveled up vigor twice.
Okay, and then you got rid of the headpiece, so...
The headpiece is back on though.
Right, but you did get rid of it, right?
This is being purposely misleading.
Brian, I prefer to think I am being entirely truthful and accurate. I don't think so, Wolfie. Oh, I have the buff back. So don't die, and just see how high it regens.
Oh, sorry.
No, this is fine.
I was in don't want to die mode. My brain.
You don't have to be sorry. Ace of Spades, your interpretation is a very reasonable one right there. I'm just trying to keep everyone fully informed. You might just die from this friend, though. Whereas Brawley only wants to tell the parts of the story that make him look good.
Not good, I'm just telling you I gave us health. So it's gone. Well, that's not good. That's like that's borderline useless. The set looks cool, but that's borderline useless.
Yeah.
Unless they have more pieces of the gear, what gives it higher threshold, but that's not helpful.
It might be heavier armor than some other options, but yeah, no, it doesn't seem very good.
Alright, I'm gonna hand off that I can't because of combat. I'm gonna hand off that last death route, and then I'll go on break, and then you can do what you're gonna do.
Okay.
That was it there?
That's the bridge,
Yeah,
so it's
bridge.
probably the other spot.
There it is.
Oh, do you want to do an attempt on the boss too? While you're here?
No, I'm good. He's
You don't want to?
Nope.
You don't want to try the boss?
No, I'm good.
You don't want to?
I'm good.
Just give him a go.
I'm
Just
good.
I get an idea.
I'm good.
Just have an idea. See how it works.
Take the route.
I'm not sated. Feed me more death.
No, I'd love more death. All right. You don't want to just like walk out there and give him a roll?
You can. Oh, that's probably pretty good actually.
Depends how long the period of time is, but it could be good.
Okay. Right then.
So I'm just gonna just briefly fix a thing or two for my liking. I'm never gonna use that art. I use this. Where's this? It's this. I occasionally use that. I'm okay with this armor.
Okay.
The only question is, can we remove that? No, without changing load. So no, if we changed armor, it would have to be other things.
That one, you might be able to move that one.
Yeah, maybe, but that's still really good. No. No, we can't. Raise a string. Can we put on...
Yeah, probably drop those.
Yeah. Like, the question, though, is do we have...
Go to the... There you go.
acceptable pants?
Two hit points per second, up to 18%. Is that per piece, or is that if the whole entire set? Oh. That's good damage. Per piece, okay. That's decent. The issue is that the 18% is
So we're fine.
makes it not that viable because most, if you're, I mean, I guess, yeah, it depends on where your top end health is, I suppose.
Okay, so that was because I got greedy there. But he's doable. Let's go on our break. Like I said, I just wanted to see how bad he'd be. But
He hurts.
yeah, stand up and stretch, everybody. Take care of yourselves when we return. We'll try a hard boss for once. Maybe I'll beat a Crucible Knight. I hear they're very difficult.
They can be. If you die once to it, then that's the justification I need.
5 hours, Brawly.
If you die once to it.
5 hours.
That was hyperbole. That was hyperbole. Because I beat the other one on stream much quicker, like an hour and a half.
Be right back, all. Stand up and stretch. Take care of your bodies. Do good things. Maybe a helpless old person across the street, whether or not they want to.
Just pick 'em up.
Yeah, find an old person and carry them across a busy highway.
Just pick 'em up.
And
Yeah. Easy.
be right back for more OBG.